If you're like me, you want to have a quiet mind and you don't want to be anxious and you want to be relaxed and joyful. The problem with that desire is that it can be challenging. It creates tension. Because if I want to have a quiet mind and I meditate in order to have a quiet mind, I am setting up myself for tension and war. Because in the same way that my heart beats and my stomach digests, the brain thinks. That's what it does. The brain thinks. It's its nature. And so to just ask it not to think creates tension. So the mind is ungovernable. And a story that's really helped me be able to bring more kindness to that reality that even if I want to, the brain's going to keep just doing what it does, is a story from the 1960s. There was a yogi called Swami something, I've forgotten his name, and he had an advert for his meditation classes in which he was doing tree pose on a surfboard. And this was in the time before Photoshop. Very, very impressive. And the poster said, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." Meditate with Swami, what's his name? You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. And so there are inevitable highs and lows in life, times of peace and then times of tension. And we can't stop that. And paradoxically, if we learn how to ride the waves, then suddenly those troughs don't feel like troughs anymore, because we open our hearts to what is arising for us. And so that is the real freedom. Not that I never think again, but instead that I can just ride the waves. There's spaciousness within me. I put pressure on myself because I share these practices to just be perfect, basically, to not have any tension, to not have any anxiety. So there is literally nothing to do. There's nowhere to go, nothing to be. All there is to open up to what is here and to ride the waves, to maybe even enjoy the ride, the grief and the anxiety. Wow, this human embodiment is such a fascinating experience. So really, it's simple. The path to peace is simple. It doesn't make it easy. But maybe it is easy. Even I notice that I get attached to the idea that, well, this is going to be a long path to peace. And even that's a story that I'm identifying with, creating rigidity. So letting all of it go and just to be with what is, without me narrating, without storytelling, without creating ideas that then limit me. Taking a breath. That's it. That's all there is to it. Notice, let go, trust. Notice, let go, trust. Notice, let go, trust. Day in, day out. Notice the tension, let it go, come back to the breath. Trust myself. Trust the present moment. Trust my being.